left, Democrats are trying to rip our nation apart. First, it was the Russia hoax, total hoax. It was a failed overthrow attempt and the biggest fraud in the history of our country. And then you look, the Mueller deal, you remember that mess? They had nothing. 2 years, they spent $45 million, and the real cost is many times that number. And now the same maniacs are pushing the deranged impeachment. Think of this, impeachment. A witch hunt, the same as before, and they're pushing that impeachment witch hunt, and a lot of bad things are happening to them. Because you see what's happening in the polls? Everybody said, that's really
And also President Donald Trump turned the quirky annual White House ritual of pardoning Thanksgiving turkeys into a riff on his impeachment, joking that the two birds had actually been subpoenaed to testify. He said that the turkey has already received subpoenas to appear in Adam Schiff's basement on Thursday. This, of course, is a reference to the head of the Intelligence Committee leading the impeachment probe in the House of Representatives.
It seems the Democrats are accusing me of being too soft on turkey. But bread and butter, I should note that unlike previous witnesses, you and I have actually met. It's very unusual.
All right, Trump showing off his sense of humor there. Now, with merely weeks left for the British general election, the Labour Party finds itself in a bit of a controversy of its own creation. There is a growing feeling in Britain that Labour and also its leader, Jeremy Corbyn, are pandering to what are described as anti-Semitic sentiments. But Corbyn, of course, remains pretty adamant on not mending the fences. Now, ever since Jeremy Corbyn took over as the leader of the party, Labour has struggled with the tag of anti-Semitism. Corbyn is a staunch supporter of the Palestinian cause, and many reports alluded to his association with Holocaust deniers. Now, on the campaign trail, these instances from the past have, of course, come back to haunt him. Britain's chief rabbi recently said that a new poison, sanctioned from the very top, has taken root in Labour Party. And now the wordings here are pretty important. The rabbi talks about poison from the top, a clear reference to Corbyn's leadership of the party, and many English voters also seem to be thinking pretty much on the same lines. When Corbyn arrived in Tottenham to unveil the party's Faith and Race manifesto, he was heckled and booed by a band of protesters. They held up signs that read that Corbyn was a racist individual and also an anti-Semite, and therefore was unfit to be Britain's Prime Minister. And also Jeremy Corbyn himself is, of course, not helping the Labour cause with his stubbornness. We'll be playing out a short portion of a recent interview given by the Labour leader. Now, Corbyn was asked not once or twice, but 4 times, whether he would apologise for Labour's anti-Semitic tendencies. However, he skirted around the question and has declined to apologise.
80% of Jews think that you're anti-Semitic. That's quite a lot of British Jews. I mean, wouldn't you like to take this opportunity tonight to apologise to the British Jewish community for what's happened?
What I'll say is this. I am determined that our society will be safe for people of all faiths. I don't want anyone to be feeling insecure in our society, and our government will protect every community against the abuse they receive on the streets, on the trains, or in any other form of life.
I'll try one more time.
No, hang on a minute, Andrew. Can I explain what we're trying to do?
You have, and you've been given plenty of time to do it. I asked you if you wanted to apologise.
Andrew,
and you
I don't want anyone to go through what anyone has gone through.
Said that